this down. I call this a journal entry moment. This is one of those moments where you're going to look back in history and say, I was there. I was there when something was announced that is going to change not only your lives, but the lives of millions of others, of individuals. And here is the really exciting part about this. I want to remind you, before we get started, that if you have questions tonight, just go ahead and type those into chat. Because as you put those in the chat, we'll do our best to try and answer those at the end of this call. There'll be a lot of questions. Don't worry if you don't get all your questions answered. We have Q&As and other things we'll be working on. Your general managers, others have been helping you. The leaders have been on calls. So tonight, the key is stay tuned, because tonight we're going to go through some exciting information with you. And as I get into this, I thought it would be appropriate to look through kind of the past history of some of the things that have happened. So if we could bring up our first slide. As you know, ARIIX has had two ways in which we've grown. One is organic growth, which is exactly what we want to do as we're growing and developing our businesses. That organic growth is bringing some of the most incredible leaders for the first time to this industry. And many of you know them. Our top leaders in the world are these individuals. But we've also had an additional opportunity, and that's been through mergers and acquisitions. As you can see in this chart, it started actually in our first year, where we had the opportunity to merge and acquire a company called Trevani. And then over time, we've gotten better, we've gotten smarter. We made a few mistakes, and we've had to correct some things over time. But the reality is, where we're at today, ARIIX has become a premier company in the industry because of our unique compensation opportunity that we have, that allows us to merge incredible companies together with incredible backgrounds and histories to create that synergy that you're all enjoying today. As you see that, as we've moved that, that's not it, because our revenue growth, as you've seen over the years, if I could go to the next slide, has continued to climb. In our third year, if you remember, we were one of the top 100 companies in the industry. We've continued to climb year after year, record growth. I don't know of many companies that year after year after year continue to set record growth, and we want 2020 to be no exception. In fact, 2020, we're going to move it clear off the charts this year for you, all right, with what we're about to announce to you. We've also expanded a lot of countries, as you've seen. Many of you with us tonight, you weren't here in 2011 because we weren't open in those countries. But now, as you can see how ARIIX has continued to expand around the world, we continue to cover the globe with opportunities that's ever growing as we expand the ARIIX opportunity and brand of products around the world. Because ARIIX was always meant to be a house of brands, to allow others to come into this great company and come together in something that was unstoppable. As we've seen that, we've continued to grow and expand even in areas where we can offer customers and growth there. We've opened markets. Let's look at some of the new markets we've opened. If we go to the next slide. Spain this year. What other markets? Come on, you all know these. Germany. Yep. What other ones? New Zealand this year. Switzerland. And you're sitting here saying Indonesia with the Shannon merger acquisition. So you can see the opportunities that we've continued to expand, and you're saying, what's next? What could be next? Well, in addition to these market openings, in addition to the growth that we've continued to deliver year after year, we've also received numerous awards. In fact, over 435 awards have been issued to ARIIX just in the last few years. Every year it gets bigger and bigger, and the accolades continue to come in, and we're just getting started, as you all know. We put together a fun video for you, and I want to show this video that kind of takes you through a little walk in history, because some of you have been with us since day one, and some of you have only been with us a short time. We want to show you kind of a little walk down memory lane of where we've been just to this point. Go ahead and roll the video. think that last 9 years was something, you will not believe what's about to happen the next 9 years. Because as we started this company 9 years ago, we started with a vision that our founder and CEO challenged us with, which was called advancement through collaboration. This advancement through collaboration wasn't just for small-minded people to come together and worry about control. It was about looking outside of the box, about pushing the norms, about changing the industry and becoming one of the most disruptive companies in the industry. So I am excited to now pass the torch over to our CEO, Dr. Fred Cooper, and let him explain more.
Well, everybody, you saw the past. It was fun for me to go through and see so many faces and to know that I knew many of them personally by name. Family and ARIIX. Jeff and I were sitting here just saying, wow, you talk about the two biggest aspects of your life, and 9 years just came and went like this. And when we started 9 years ago, I know those of you that have been here for any amount of time know that I always said we were going to be one of the big three: Avon, Amway, and ARIIX. Well, today we are taking a big step towards that goal by announcing that we indeed made a deal with a new company. It was option A. The deal was closed, and now you don't need to speculate who it is. We're going to tell you who it is. Some of you are going to say, I knew it. And others of you are going to go, oh, I was wrong. I didn't know who it was. But we are very pleased to give you the big drum roll on who the company is that we have decided has our same ethics, our same values, and our same objectives for our rep. And so here it is. Everybody can do a drum roll at their house. Congratulations, half of you are right. It is indeed NewAge Beverage, who just a while ago acquired a company I'm sure you're all heard of, with a drink called Noni, Mirinda in the direct selling space. They have a terrific line of products. They are in with our markets and their markets. We now are opening in 70 countries worldwide combined. Think about it. Our total revenue combined is now phenomenal, pushing us over 500 billion in sales. They're as big as us, and where we are strong, they are not. Where we are not, they are very strong. And as a result, we have been so excited to put this deal together for everyone. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, okay, what difference does it make for us? Well, you now have new products. You'll have new markets that you can go into. You have new resources you can tap into. For example, not that I like to confess this, but you know we have been going crazy in IT, the target of people attacking our internet to try to bring us down. Do you know how nice it was when I didn't have to scream? I could just go ask the IT side of NewAge and say, could you help us? We seem to be going hysterical over keeping our systems up. And in a minute, They were on the spot to help us. We got it accomplished. Even today, every day, we are hit with attacks trying to take us down, and I'm so happy to say our systems are up. They run beautiful. That is just one example of the many, many benefits that this will bring both parties together. Now, I want you to know I lost my job. I got kicked out. They told me they didn't want me anymore, and they've replaced me.
That's not true, Fred.
I got replaced with the man you see on the screen.
Upgraded, not replaced, upgraded.
I got upgraded, I'm sorry. With a gentleman from West Point. His name is Bruce Willis. He will be the new... Oh, Brent Willis, not Bruce Willis.
Mi apodo en Latinoamérica es el duro de matar, so Bruce is fine.
What is that?
What?
Just killed his name, man.
I'm telling you, Mark and Deanna, myself, all the owners will attest. Brent is a great person. And don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I finally moved up the rank from CEO to chairperson. So I get to sit on the board and just make sure that these yahoos don't blow up what we've done. So your Bill of Rights are still intact. You still have all your products, your dedication to the sales channel. Anything you think about that makes you nervous, get rid of it. You have everything you had plus more with this merger, including a China license that is valued at least $100 million that we have been dying to get a hold of. So as a result of this and much negotiation, I am so proud that we got our A choice with NewAge Beverage. This is just the beginning. I'm telling you, this man has so many great ideas and concepts to expand network marketing into many channels while we remain dedicated to the direct sales industry and your exclusivity of offering products exclusively within the MLM market. All the rest of us are still around, including the one young lady that you've come to know and love on your products that I'm sure you're worried, is Brent going to kill us with crazy products that are not health related? Deanna herself went and gave him a personal interview, flying out, giving him the 3rd degree to see if...
It's like waterboarding, Fred.
She was crazy, right, Brent?
The worst, but great at the same time.
So Deanna, maybe you should step on a little bit as you go through and talk just a little bit about what you discovered when you first met him and your really mean interview process.
So, I mean, you all know me. I love you all. I am not mean, but I have been accused of being difficult. And this is what I always say, that nothing great is ever easy, right? And so it's great to be difficult. And my job on my side is to be difficult for all of you, right? That is my job, because as we look at all of our brands over the last 9 years, and you look at these brands and you see Jove and Limu and Revive and Prime and Purity and Nutrify and Lilac in Japan, are one of our newest, Shannon, Zenoa, a very new, one of you might not even know about it, member of the family, and Mavi. We are proud to look at these brands because we know, and when you look at our products, we know that when someone spends $1 with us, they get all that back in value and more. Because when that is our promise, that our products are efficacious and they're good for you and they're safe and they're making the world a better place. So what are the products with NewAge, and what does this mean for you? First, all of you, We are not getting rid of any of these products you see here and love. It is all you have now and more. So what you see there is staying. But what does New Age bring to the table? Well, New Age brings some really exciting things. They have products in the areas of health and wellness and appearance and nutrition and sports, very much like us, and their key brands being Tahitian Nomi and their Tamana skincare, their Shape Nutrition. And some of you might be really excited to know about their enhanced CBD. And I'll tell you, the exciting part is their commitment to science. And when you look at their published peer-reviewed scientific papers, there is over 100. And how many, like 40 patents that they have. And I did fly up. The moment I heard we were going to do this, I flew up and sat down in front of the man you're going to meet very soon. And I asked a lot of hard questions because we love you. We've spent 9 years together as a family, getting to know each other and trusting each other. You trust us. We trust you. And it has been a beautiful family over the last 9 years. And now it's like we just became a double family in a way that is so exciting. And I want you to know that all these products take some time. You've been through mergers with us before. So remember, products take time to get into your markets. Nothing happens overnight. Everything has to be reviewed and looked at, but good things are coming. And I also want you to know, and I'll end on this, that the ARIIX seal of approval, it means something, right? It means that we have done all of our due diligence and that you can stand up in any room, on any stage, in front of any person and be proud of what we have. And just so you know, that's going to continue to grow and get bigger with more and more opportunity. So big love from all of us to you on this very amazing, monumental day. And we have a video to start the next section. So please roll the video.
Honestly, it's a great video. You're just going to have to trust us.
It's so good. And we can, Mark, maybe you and I could just sing, right? We could just start to narrate the whole thing.
Folks, you've all been there. You know
Here we go.
From the beginning, we've been on different paths to the same end goal. Changing lives and making a positive impact. Two dynamic companies coming together to give you everything you had before, plus a lot more. Creating new and better futures for you and your families. A better way to earn, a better way to live, a better way to thrive, a better way to pay it forward. With the same beliefs, same values, same purpose, same passion. Inspiring the world to live healthy, unleashing the human potential for good. The same mission with a new and bigger vision. Bigger reach, bigger innovations, bigger incentives, bigger impact, bigger legacy. A powerful partnership, a life-changing experience, disruptive by design. Scientifically advanced wellness products that meet our gold standard for full spectrum transformations. People helping people, global agents of change. We are ARIIX. We are NOMI. Welcome to a new age.
told you it was a great video. What a great thing. You know, as you're on here with me today, and again, I told you this is one of those journal moments. This is an entry in your journal that you will go back on and say, I was there on that day. This is one of those opportunities as we're talking about. But when you're also in these opportunities, Fred talked about it, Deanna spoke about it a little bit, but my experience when I first met this man was, this is somebody who I could work for. Now at my age, you know, I'm getting a little older, a little crankier, you know, you kind of get set in your ways. I know I still try to pretend I'm young on the dirt bike, but as you get a little older, you start to get a little more particular. I wasn't as crazy as Deanna. I didn't fly out and bother him with my 21 questions. However, I will tell you, we've had a lot of discussions. The very first time, the most important thing I asked him was our Bill of Rights, our leaders' protections, these agreements that we think are so essential to the disrupting the industry. You know, he didn't even hesitate. It was, these are going to be fabulous for our team as well. And so that gave me a great deal of confidence, but more importantly, it was his vision of where we want to take it. You know, sometimes you think, am I dreaming big enough? Am I thinking big enough? And when you get a little comfortable and think you're thinking big enough, you meet somebody who rattles it, who shakes it a little bit and says, why not? Why not think even bigger? So what we're about to introduce to you in the next few months is going to be in concert together, in harmony with this great individual who's been leading his side with us coming together. And it's not a who's in charge. It's not a who's over who. This is about teams coming together and advancement through collaboration like I've never seen before. So it's my pleasure to introduce my new boss technically, but also our CEO. He keeps reminding me he's not my boss, but he's our new CEO, and he is an amazing individual. As you get to know him, you're going to love him. You're going to want to hang out with him, and you're going to want to get inside his head to see what he's thinking, because you are on for a heck of a ride coming forward. So, Mr. Brent Willis, NewAge CEO, take it away.
Thank you, Mark. I completely disagree with Mark in that boss comment, because I feel like I have 200,000 new bosses, and I work for you. I believe I'm a servant leader and have no choice but to put you first and to serve your new needs. And if I'm not doing that, you guys should fire me, right? So I'm excited to work with you. I don't like to work for anybody. I like to work with like partners that want to align to a common goal, want to align to be part of something special. And I believe that we have that unique opportunity. Now, Deanna, Fred, and that is share a lot of personal details with you. And honestly, it's something I've never done before. But they're making me do it. And I heard you know a lot of personal things about them already. So, but I also think it's okay to be real, and it's okay to be honest. It's okay to be a little bit vulnerable, because it's how you earn trust, and it's how you build trust over time, by being vulnerable. It's the most important thing. And frankly, of all the reasons we're doing this merger and we're doing this partnership, the reason we're doing it is because I like the guys. I trust the guys. I think they're outstanding people, and the combination is going to be incredible for everybody we care about and everybody that we want to serve. So begrudgingly, I'm going to share some personal details, and if I could ask you guys to flip to the next chart, that would be great. So I might sound like I'm from the United States, but I don't think that way. And I take a global perspective in versus a U.S. mindset out. My mother is from Egypt, and this on the far left is actually my family's hotel that Abdel Nasser took from us, and it's now Mubarak's private residence. So I think it's going to be hard to get back. My grandfather is from Rhodos in Greece. And on my dad's side, his parents are from Rhodesia, and he grew up in Rhodesia and was born there, and Scotland. And you actually see there a picture of my grandmother, Mimi Brent, which is where my family comes from, pictured there with her pet lion. So naturally, with both parents being from Africa, I grew up in the south of France, which was very traumatic. Not really, it was fantastic. And actually, Picasso lived on our same street in a little town called Golfe-Juan-Vallauris. Could you hit to the next chart? So I moved to the States when I was 10, and I ultimately decided to go to West Point. And many of you have probably never heard of this place. It's a small school, but it's the military academy for the United States. It's where a lot of U.S. presidents went, and famous generals like Eisenhower, MacArthur, and Patton and stuff. And I went there initially because I wanted to be president of the United States, and until I found out kind of any idiot can be president. So, I decided I abandoned that goal. So that's a very political statement, sorry. But if anybody can be president, it was just not for me. So, but what I really liked about the place was it was about service to a higher calling, in this case, the country, where your life is on the line. 20,000 people applied, 5,000 got nominated by a congressman, senator, or the president. I actually got in by the president at the time. And then 1,500 get accepted. And then 4 years later, we graduated half or less than half. About half of the best just didn't make it. And if you see there on the left, that's me with my mom, who I love dearly, and I call every single week like a good son. But I ended up graduating with a degree in nuclear engineering, and I chose that because I thought it'd be so hard that they'd have to make it easy for us. I was completely wrong. It was just hard, full stop. And it's interesting what they try to endeavor to inculcate and instill in every single cadet, and that is this character. And it's best summed up, I think, with something in our cadet prayer that says, choose to live above the common level of life and always choose the harder right versus the easier wrong. And I'm happy to say that in almost 250 years, I'm less than 100 cadets that never got caught for doing a single thing wrong. Never got caught. So look, the discipline there was really, really intense. And for example, for an entire year, you get to speak when spoken to. And when spoken to, you get to respond with yes, sir, no, sir, sir, I do not understand, or no excuse, sir. And it's typically no excuse that's the only right answer. But there is no excuse for not doing what you say you're going to do and for not accomplishing the mission. And I carried that sense of duty into the military, and that sense of service and mission accomplishment with me into what was a very difficult time. And I did some very interesting and tough things in the military that you don't typically talk about, or I don't like to talk about. Became a captain, served my country in combat arms and at the Pentagon. But I also learned that if you're going to lead, you have to really care and love all of those people with you. You have to build an incredible amount of trust with your team to survive. And I'm happy to say I kept all my troops alive and left no man or woman behind, ever. That's from a business standpoint. And then I started from a military standpoint, I started in business at Kraft and did business school at Chicago, which is a famous university in the U.S., also where fun goes to die. And I studied finance and global economics. And at Kraft, they sent me to Hong Kong, and I got to launch the Kraft brand into China in 1991, before there were even personal cars there. I then joined Coca-Cola as one of their presidents in Latin America, and then I joined a company in Belgium called Interbrew figured out the economics in the beer industry, and 3 years later, after 600 years of sleepiness, we were the world's largest beer company. And here's the problem though with that. It was all sorts of accomplishments, all sorts of business success. Yeah, who cares? But it was shallow. It was hollow. And I was so, and am so embarrassed by how unhealthy those products are. So I vowed to make it my life's mission to educate and inspire the planet to live healthy and only provide uncompromising healthy products. And that led to the creation of NewAge, really exactly 4 years ago. I expect, I believe, I trust, I know that we're going to have even more success, and it is not going to take us 600 years. So that's a little bit of my background. I mentioned at the start of my comments that I might sound like an American, but I don't believe that I think like one or operate like one. I have this a passion for kind of applying military strategies into business, as you might imagine given my background. But I also have this passion for culture and the differences in people and the specialness in people, and immersing myself into those cultures and the way of thinking and the way of working to embody really a global approach. And so I've lived and worked in all of these different places, and I've had to lead companies in these different cultures, these different languages, with all these different mindsets. And it was fascinatingly complex. So I just keep it simple in terms of my model. And that is, I live my life in 3 different ways. Number one, I live my values. And all sorts of different people have values. Mine are 3. I try to embody generosity, accountability, and integrity. Number 2, I try to build lasting foundations such that long after I'm gone, those foundations stand the test of time, like you see here with this picture of Ephesus, and this is actually the first library in the world in Turkey. And the third thing is I live to serve others, and I put them first. And my logic is, if you succeed and if you make it to the top of the mountain, but you're by yourself, you're not a leader. You're just a hiker, and that's a big difference than being a leader. And my commitment is that we're not together. We're not just going to make it to the top of the mountain, but you are coming with me, and I will lead you. I will guide you. I will coach you. I'll show you the way. But if I have to, I will carry you. But one way or another, you're coming with me. Now, I also try to have a little bit of fun. And fun for me is winning, right? And that's why I try to incorporate fun as a company operating principle, which we define as winning and winning as a team. Personal fun for me is any kind of sport, any kind of competition, and I will accept any challenge any day, even on a dirt bike from Mark or speed race or whatever it is. Any challenge, any day, anytime, anywhere. And these are some of my personal escapes. I like to play guitar. I like to ride my bike as fast as I can, and as strange as it sounds, I like to grow orchids. And this one I grew from basically roots and dirt a couple years ago. To Corinne, this is my wife. She's amazing. She's smarter than me, and all of the women on the phone can attest to that. Your husbands, I'm no different. Deanna's smarter than me, but I'm not going to let her know that. Oops, did I just say that, Deanna? Sorry. She's more successful than me. She makes more money than me. She's the mother of my children, and she has her own business and her own plane. So, of course, for all those reasons, I love her. And these are my kids. I have 5 amazing daughters: Alexandra, Sasha, Carolina, Izzy, the littlest one, Coco, there on the right, mon petit poulet, who is 2. So even though now I'm 60 years old, I'm still making babies because I drink noni juice every day. So I am very proud of all of my daughters, but I'm also proud of our little company that, honestly, guys, I now have the honor of sharing with all of you. You only really need to know one thing about me. and that it is purpose-driven, dedicated to educating and inspiring the planet to live healthy. We created NewAge to make a difference for consumers with healthy products because we saw those trends of health and wellness around the world. And frankly, I was pissed off with some of the companies I worked for before, but all of these bad actors, these bad companies selling unhealthy products, right? And with no consequences. And think about how bad of a problem it is, guys. Look, there's 6 million people that die every year from tobacco-related diseases. But there's 12 million that die every year from health-related issues, right? And we can all make a difference against that problem. And when we do it together, when we all do well by doing good, it will come back to us in tenfold. And we have structured this company intentionally where we can all benefit. And as a public company, we can all share in its upside as fellow shareholders, fellow owners. And it's very different than being an employee or just a representative, even though that's great, versus being an owner. And now everybody here can be a representative and an owner in addition. So, and guess what? We're all getting in on the ground floor. And I was just looking at my phone. Since this news broke, 10 million shares have traded after hours and the stock has doubled. So this is the time to get in, guys, on the ground floor. And this is really the last reason. We love the competition. We're addicted to it. We're addicted to the fight. And it's this rush that we're addicted to of having everything on the line, coming out alive, being addicted to winning, and kicking everybody's behind in between. And because of that focus, a commitment to a higher calling, a single-minded ideal embedded in like every fiber of our soul, we have been successful so far. Exactly 4 years ago, we were just an idea, less than 2 million in revenue. And since that time, we've been one of the fastest growing companies in consumer products goods with more than 10,000% growth. That's just okay, because until now in 2020, together with ARIIX combined, we're almost 550 million in revenue, knocking on the door for 600 until tomorrow. And you see the scale keeps getting smaller and smaller, or bigger and bigger, until tomorrow, when Fred and I expect to be knocking on the door for 1 billion, until then the day after tomorrow, because Fred and Mark and Deanna and Ian and Jeff and all of us have made the commitment to each other to get north of $2.4 billion in the next couple of years. The opportunity is all in front of us, and it all comes down to not strategy, not market access. It comes down to something we already have, what's already in all of us, and that is our own trust, our own belief, our own mindset. We can do anything we want. We just need to put our mind to it, set a target, align to it, and then just take it with unbreakable will, clear purpose, clear mission, and invincible determination. We will move mountains together and accomplish anything. We will drive wealth. We will drive generational wealth for all we care about, and at the same time make a difference for consumers with healthy products, educating them to inspire and educating them to live healthy. I will lead you, I will guide you, I will coach you, I will challenge you, and if I have to, I will carry you, but one way or another, you are coming with me. With that, I'll pass it back to the team, Mark, Fred, and all of them. But I am fired up, guys, about being your partner and serving you to help grow us together.
Hey, Brent, thank you so much. It was great hearing from you. I just learned some new things about you. So you are an athlete. We'll have to, no, just teasing back and forth. We like to have a little fun already. Hey, folks, you can see what we're talking about. When like-minded people come together to create something unstoppable, one of Brent's favorite words that I've kind of picked up or phrases was, why not? Why not? Why not go to 2.4 billion in the next few years? Why not go even beyond that? And I think that's the opportunity we're talking about with all of you tonight. That's why we're so excited. I'm going to turn the time over to Ian to see if there's any questions and answer, or we can provide a few answers to some of the questions out there. Folks, now, don't get too worried, because I want to remind you what Dr. Cooper said. Everything is the same tomorrow, only better, right? So you have everything you had yesterday, you have everything you had today. It'll be the same tomorrow. It'll only get better. And over time, be patient with us, because like other acquisitions, like other mergers, as we come together in a merge like this, you can imagine it's going to take a little time. But your doors have just been opened up to so many opportunities that will be coming in the coming weeks and months as we move forward on this. So I'm going to turn it over to Ian Chandler, our Chief Sales Officer. Ian, take it away.
Thank you, Mark. Hey, guys, that was so exciting. I don't know about you, but I am fired up. Brent, I share your opinion, sir. This is just the beginning, and holy cow, look at that stock price. Mark, the number one question I see everyone asking is, how do I get some of this stock? What is the name of the ticker? Are we public? How do we get that information? So as you can see there right on the screen, Sandy is showing us, and Riley, will turn that over to you to give some details, sir.
Yeah. Hey, everyone. It's great to be on. What an exciting day for sure. So, okay, it's real simple. You can see what's called the ticker symbol there, which is NBEV. And they are traded, they're publicly traded, they're listed on the NASDAQ exchange. And it is honestly as simple as getting on your phone, downloading an app. There's a number of different apps depending upon which you choose. Some are free, some are not. You've got, at least in the US, you have one called Robinhood, you have E-Trade, Ameritrade. There's a number of different options for you to get on and to be able to buy and sell in the open market, which is the beauty of being now a part of a public company, is that you yourself now can become a shareholder and an owner, right? And like everyone said, what a great opportunity to get in at the ground floor, right? And to be a part of something that we think is going to be an incredible ride. So, whether you want to go to a broker yourself, or you want to just get on your phone and download and install an app and set yourself up an account, trading is very simple that way. And either myself or Jeff will be doing some training as well here over the next week or so that we can provide we can't provide trading advice, but we can go through and help explain to you how one would do that should you choose.
Hey, Riley, people should know too that they don't have to just go buy stock. Mark and myself and Deanna and Fred are going to structure programs where they can earn stock through growth and those kinds of things. So, when I say one of our principles is generosity, we mean it, right? We've structured this where we can all benefit, and we want everybody to have stock in the company so we can all see the growth in that nonstop, in addition to our recurring income. So we want everybody to earn stock in addition.
Absolutely, great point. Another disruptive feature now of being a part of NewAge. What an opportunity where you honestly, through whether it's a promotion or a title advancement, or now you have a chance to be given stock and to become an owner. It really is, the future is so cool. I cannot wait to see all these cool programs manifest. So
Awesome. Hey, Riley, and somebody had mentioned it's not fair that Americans got to know about this first and buy the stock early. And the answer is, actually, we did the announcement purposefully at the end of day. So anything that's buying, whether you're in America or China or the UK or anywhere, we're all in the same boat because it was after hours.
That's right.
Yeah, it was after hours, Ian. 10 million shares traded and the stock doubled after hours, right? So, and this is before anybody really knows about it, the strength, the size, the scale, the benefits. It's sick, crazy good.
Cool. Obviously, you guys have a lot of questions about what will the name of the company be? What will the compensation plan be? What will the products be? And the answer is, you've heard Mark and Deanna and everyone else say is, guys, there is no change. You have everything you've always had for the last 9 years, the same compensation plan, the same AORs, same power, same amazing brands and products. And over time, we'll work with the Partners Councils, the Founders Club numbers, bring you more markets, more brands, the same way we've done with Limu, the same way we've done with Nucerity, and we'll just get better and better. So no need to worry or overthink it. We're going to take our time with this one, but we're so excited that we have such amazing resources at our fingertips to double and triple and grow your business and our business together. Cool. There was a question. Did NewAge acquire ARIIX, or is it a merger? Back to you, Riley.
I'll take that one, Riley.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, and I can chime in.
Yeah, so technically, it is a reverse triangular merger. But I don't like the question, right? Because it doesn't really matter, right? In many respects, ARIIX is acquiring NewAge and is acquiring the public company structure to provide more access to low cost of capital and to provide more opportunity for all of the IPCs. So ARIIX is acquiring NewAge in some respects. NewAge is acquiring benefits of team and scale and some other benefits from ARIIX, and it is really just it's a combination. It's a combination of skills, and it's people coming together and teams coming together because we know that in a combined way, we can achieve that much more together. And look, COVID is all around us, right, guys? And the COVID storm is going to get worse. In that storm, you need a bigger boat. You need stronger capabilities, and you got to be bigger, stronger, more powerful to be able to navigate the waters around us. And a lot of small boats, might not survive that storm. We are in a powerful position to not just navigate and not just survive in the storm, but to thrive in the storm now. And so we're all trusting to come together to truly merge capabilities, merge people, merge everything to take advantage of opportunities we see in the market and to strike when we see this opportunity. So the language of acquisition, or combination, merger, none of it matters, right? Technically, it is a reverse triangular merger, right? So it's the reverse merger, but what we're doing is choosing to combine, choosing to trust, choosing to come together to win and provide more opportunities for our reps around the world. That's why we're doing this, regardless of what you want to call it.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Brent. Guys, that's pretty much most of the questions that I've seen. Mark, we'll turn it back over to you, sir.
Okay. Hey, thank you. Everyone, this is exciting right now. What I would be doing right now if I were you, I'd be looking at how do I continue to grow my business even faster. We have incredible momentum around the world right now. This is not an opportunity to stand on the sidelines and be a spectator. This is to be a participant and get in the middle of this. So I would be using this noise, this news, this excitement, this energy to fire up your teams, to get them excited, to show them the opportunity. Yes, it's one more stream of income. That's a beautiful thing and a beautiful opportunity, but there's plenty of time. We're not going anywhere. We're committed. We're in this. We're in this for many, many years to come. You don't need to be worrying about this. This is where we're headed, is a direction. And we wanted to share it with you tonight because this is an exciting time, which I know I said it, it's a journal entry, but this is one of those moments you're going to look back on and say, I was there. And I can't wait to share with you the coming weeks and months of what else we have in store, because this is just the first step. Brent talked about coming together and being able to be big enough to weather things. It's not even going to be weathering things. It's going to be dominating. It's going to be as we move forward and navigate through waters that most companies won't be able to navigate through, and we will be leading the way. And that's the confidence we have. That's why we're doing this, and we can't wait to have you with us on this. So thank you all for being with us. We're here. We've prepared lots of questions and answers. A bunch of information for you will be coming out in the weeks and months, but don't get too worked up about that. Take this and share the excitement. Keep your business growing. That's the important thing. Take care, everybody. Appreciate you. Have a good night.
Thanks, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Sandy, come back and say FAQ link back up, please, so everybody has the link to all their questions.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Take care.